We could be seeing Drake versus Jay-Z very soon, folks. One of the media personalities in hip-hop that has a direct line to Drake, Mal, from the Rory Mal podcast, is convinced that it could very well be happening. But I gotta tell you the truth, my thoughts. Given where Jay-Z is in his life right now, I'm still not convinced that Jay-Z is interested in a full, long, drawn-out battle with Drake. Family is providence, and I'm here to tell the truth. Mal, on the latest episode of the Rory Mal podcast, hinted at the fact that Drake is very interested in a battle with Jay-Z.
Listen, some things happen, man. Drake, as we know, he felt the way about a lot of things that happened in the last 2 years. Jay giving Kendrick that Super Bowl performance, it's safe to say Drake felt the way about that.
Which is why I thought it was totally fine with him giving Hove bars on Iceman.
Totally fine.
I didn't think it was crazy. As a Hove vendor, I was like, that makes sense.
As a rap fan, I'm a rap fan, nigga. I want to see the best go at it. As long as it remains rap. When you start bringing up fake bullshit and putting corny shit in the pot, I don't want to see that. I believe Jay is not that type of rapper, and I believe Drake is not that type of rapper. I believe both of these gentlemen have bars in their head, because if you the best, you got bars in your head about the best, or nigga, whoever they say is the best. You just low key right, and they might not know. Same in basketball. Oh, he the nicest. All right, you looking at his moves. I got to counter for all of that when I get in front of that nigga. Mm-hmm. That's just part of the game. Like, so I'm not against it. Like, it probably has to happen. Will it happen? I don't know. Talking to my man, not repeating what we said, obviously, but I'll just say it probably has to happen. And that's just the way it goes sometimes, man. And I'm here for it. I want to see it. If it does happen, I'm front and center for that shit.
Based off what you just said there, critically, and if Hove would have performed this freestyle in a cool, laid-back, slick Jay-Z type of way, I'd have been like, man, Hove just having fun and replying to people.
Like when he be giggling and shit?
He is mad.
Yeah, he
so
didn't
that's
giggle.
why I'm saying it could happen because he's mad.
Y'all missing a whole nother layer to this, though. Jay is very calculated.
Well, he's probably one of the most calculated human beings on earth.
You can't be that successful and not be calculated. If you think that Jay didn't know.
Oh, he didn't let it all out on this shit.
No, that's more bars. We know that. But if you think that Jay didn't know that when he gave Kendrick that halftime show, that Drake was going to feel away about that and have something to say about that?
Oh, for sure.
Of course.
They didn't give a fuck.
Come on,
Signed out the dotted line anyway.
Like, this is all part of the script. This is all part of it. It has to happen.
The roots remember, even when the trees pretend.
It has to happen, man. It has to happen, But as long as it's raps, though. I don't want to hear no corny bars about this nigga's shut up, nigga. I don't want to hear that shit. Let's keep it raps.
Again, I'm with Biggs, but I can be objective.
So it's clear that Mal has dropped a serious hint that talking to his man, it probably has to happen. He spoke to Drake. He was on the phone with Drake, or they were texting back and forth about the Roots performance as it was happening. So it's safe to say he knows Drake's mindset when it comes to this. He's down for the battle. He's ready for it. The issue is, how does Jay-Z feel? Mal seems to suggest that Jay-Z should have known full and well that after he gave Kendrick the battle, Drake would have something to say, and that could eventually lead to Drake and Jay-Z having a battle. Now, I agree that Jay-Z probably knew that Drake would have something to say, but I just don't reconcile how Jay-Z could have anticipated a battle between him and Drake when he got on the GQ interview and said plainly that he doesn't believe that battling should be a part of the culture. He didn't have to say that. No one prompted him to say that. The interview could have went on just fine without him saying that. And so how does he go from saying, I don't think battling needs to be a part of the culture, to, yeah, I fully anticipated that after the whole Super Bowl thing, Drake would diss me and I diss him back and we get to battling? That doesn't make sense to me. Now, I personally believe that after Jay-Z heard Iceman and he heard the disses on Iceman, he saw how successful Iceman had been, #1 album, #1 song, dissing him. I think something in him snapped and he got triggered and felt like he needed to respond to Drake. But I'm still not convinced that he wants a full prolonged battle. Again, Jay-Z is at this point in his career where he's very, very concerned about his image. Yes, is he a rapper first? Okay, sure. But at the end of the day, you're going to deny the fact that business still matters to him the most? Rapping? I don't think, to be honest with you, I'm not even convinced he's still a rapper first. He said a rapper could never be his op in that freestyle he dropped at the Roost picnic. What does that mean? He doesn't think very highly of rappers these days. He thinks about, in his mind, it's more important to be a billion-dollar businessman. I think Jay-Z has always thought of himself probably as a businessman first. And all of these businesses that he's been developing, a battle rap really puts all of that in jeopardy. Because Mal said that he doesn't want to hear any certified pedo bars. And he don't think that Drake and Jay-Z are going to do that. Well, Drake may have not done any of those type of bars, but Drake went very personal on Kendrick. To be fair, he went personal in the battle first. Kendrick did seem like he was trying to have one of these, what do you call it, a friendly fade, where things didn't get personal. And Drake said, nah, we going all the way. And Kendrick, he decided to match that energy. Now, Kendrick matched that energy with a bunch of lies, but he still matched that energy. So what does that tell you? I think that Drake is very clearly ready to go personal with Jay-Z. Does Jay-Z want that? Does Jay-Z want all of his personal business, all the skeletons in his closet? And Jay-Z's been around for a long time. There's a ton of skeletons. There's things we know about, things we don't even probably know about, that I'm sure Drake will find out. If Jay-Z is smart, at this point in his life, having all those things get drummed up, it's not a good idea. Because you know that if you're not also willing to get into the mud and drum up a whole bunch of things about Drake, you're probably not going to win that battle if you're just focusing on the bars and the raps and Drake is bringing up all this gossip about things you did. But if you do decide, all right, I'm ready to go into the mud and go back and forth with Drake, well, that just looks really ugly. And how do Jay-Z's business partners, all these white folk that he done partnered up with, how are they gonna feel listening to Jay-Z rap a bunch of scandalous stuff? Now, maybe some of them won't care, but it just looks ugly. And I'm telling you right now, these old white men, they don't like ugly. They like clean. They like to be able to have their brands not close to anything. And if Drake brings up one of these rumors and those rumors catch fire, it could be the end of Jay-Z. So I just don't see what Jay-Z gains from this. And let's not act like this is the first time Jay-Z and Drake have been throwing bars at each other. They've been throwing bars at each other for at least 10 years on some low-key, extra subliminal type stuff. But at the end of the day, I just don't see Jay-Z wanting a full battle. Now, maybe Jay-Z has become so mad, so angry, so tired of a bunch of people talking about him. Maybe he's looked at the fact that Drake has surpassed him musically and he wants to end Drake and make it so that you know that he's the music GOAT, rap GOAT. Then maybe, but I'll have to see it to believe it, folks. I still don't think Jay-Z is gonna go the distance in a full battle. But as a fan, I will admit, I hope it does happen. I think that it would be a very fun battle. I think that even though Jay-Z is older, his mind is still in a great place. And that's the good thing about rap versus something like traditional sports. As long as your mind is good, you could still write a rap that's very potent and it's not dependent on your physical ability. So Jay-Z, a man in his 50s, his pen, you saw it at the Roost picnic, he still got some bars left. So he probably could write some really dope raps. Not probably, I still think he can. And so it'll be a fun battle if it does happen. But I kind of got to see it to believe it. Drake seems like he's on board, but it does take two to tango. Anyway, guys, it's been Providence. These are my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you like the video, please like the video. And if you made it to this point in the video, I would appreciate a subscription as I am trying to grow my channel. It's been Providence. I will see you guys in the next video.